In the last video, I talked about how one of the investment ideas on MCE is getting bought out for 150% premium. And the stock price reached like 17 cents, okay? And the company is getting bought out for 54 cents. 54 cents from 17 cents. That is like over 200%. Okay, 3x. But the reason for this video is because you know what? We retail shareholders, we are so stupid that we don't deserve companies like this. We don't deserve companies like Oracle. We definitely don't deserve companies like Voxter. We are such idiots as a group. And you know what? You know who is going to get the benefits of the gains that we could get? Hedge funds, private equity funds, right? Because, yes, the stock price of the company that I mentioned in the last video, yeah, it's up 150%. So some people feel relief. Some people feel that they have been stolen from. And I bought this company because I went through all of the companies on Canadian Stock Exchange, like 700 of them. And this was one of the companies that I found, and I saw it and I was like, wow, they are freaking amazing. Software product, only 3 competitors. They are the best in their space. Recurring revenue, north of 70% gross profit margin, huge growth. This will be $1 billion company. And fellow retail shareholders destroyed this. They drove down the stock price so low that it allowed a hedge fund or a private equity fund take it from us. We did this to ourselves. We are so stupid as a group that we allowed now a private equity fund or a hedge fund take this from us. Think about this for a second. And private equity fund is willing to pay 3 times what our retail idiots were selling this stock just a week ago. And that fund comes in and offers us 3 times as much. Do you think that if they're offering 54 cents, do you think this thing is worth 54 cents? Not a chance. Today, it's worth a minimum of $2 a share. So they're paying you 50 cents on a dollar. Why? Because idiot retail shareholders decided to sell it for 17 cents just a week ago, even though the stock is probably worth 2, and with growth over the next 5 years, the stock is probably worth $10 to $20. But the retail morons are going to sell it for 17 cents. And the consequence of this is that, think about this for a second. This company is almost profitable. Their revenues went up 4-fold over the last 4 years. 4-fold. They are literally $1 million from being profitable. They need about 10 million of revenues to be profitable. This year, they're going to have about 9. But they are short about $2 million to reach to that level. So retail morons, which is all of us, what did we do? We drove the stock price of this company so low so low that in order to raise this $2 million, it didn't make any sense, because this $2 million would have diluted the company 20 to 30%, because they would have to raise at 15 cents, 1.5, to raise that $2 million, dilute about 30%. It came to a point where the management was like, you know what? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to raise money at 15 cents, 1.5, if we can sell the company for 54 cents. So that's what they decided to do. But the problem is that today, we get the benefit of getting a little bit more money for our shares, but we are stolen the future $20 a share because we're idiots. Okay? Because we cannot value it properly. If we valued it at 25 cents on a dollar, like the hedge fund is buying it from us, then the dilution wouldn't have cost 30%. Then we could probably have raised this $2 million at 54 cents, and we could have still been public, and we could have still had the future of $10 to $20 a share, but now we don't. Now we don't, because that buyout is going to come through, and that hedge fund is going to finance this company. It's going to finance this company, and eventually it's going to either sell it to somebody else for $1 billion or $2 billion, or take it public on NASDAQ for $1 billion or $2 billion. And they will take our growth, because we are idiots. So I want to congratulate all of the retail shareholders that are in the microspace today. Congratulate all of you, all of us, for being complete idiots. But what's happening is that we don't deserve any of our companies. So don't be surprised if something like this happens to Voxtur, something like this happens to Oracle, because what do? We don't appreciate what we have, right? We don't support our companies. We sell and we trash the stock price as a group, right? We go on message boards and we write nonsense, like this company is fraud. That company that just got bought out, oh yeah, I saw comments, it's fraud, it's going to go out of business. And somebody just bought the fraud for $33 million, right? But don't be surprised if something like this happens to Voxtur. In other words, that one day Gary's going to be like, you know what? Screw all this. I want to go and retire. Let me sell Voxtur for 60 cents, 50 cents, or 40 cents, whatever. And you know what? He's going to go and retire, and then we're going to get a bump in the stock price. Yeah, it's going to go up 1, 2, or 3 times. But you know what? Some hedge fund or private equity fund is going to steal our future life-changing returns, because we are freaking idiots as a group. Okay? Don't tell me that something like this can't happen to Oracle, right? Anything is possible, because what do? We don't appreciate those companies. No matter how much progress they make, we don't care, right? If we improve margins from 32% to 50%, we don't give a shit. We go out on best message boards and talk about how this is a fraud, how the management is pocketing all this money. That's what we do as a group. We don't appreciate any of the efforts that we do. So as a result of this, what's going to happen? The hedge funds or private equity funds are going to come in, buy some of those companies, because we're going to drive those stock prices so low that it's not going to make sense for them to stay public for us, to give us the benefit, and it's going to give billions and billions of dollars of great returns for private equity funds, for hedge funds that are not as stupid, as retarded as we are as a group.